So the PlayStation 4 has been on the market now for 5 years as of making this video. And there's been multiple models, PS4, PS4 Slim, PS4 Pro, but even those consoles have had a lot of limited edition runs, like the Metal Gear Solid 5 PS4, the Batman one, the Blue Days of Play PS4 was really cool, even the upcoming Spider-Man console looks really sweet. But what we're going to do in this video is look at the rarest PS4s, the coolest PlayStation 4s, the kind of PlayStation 4s that you probably won't be able to find or buy, at least not for cheap. Now we're going to start off with a rare PS4 that is actually well known, and a lot of people know about this because it was a big deal at the time, but this is actually going to be the most common PS4 on this list, and that's the 20th Anniversary Edition PlayStation 4. This was a PS1 inspired design for the PS4, a gray console, a gray controller, the PlayStation logo was colored just like it was back in the day, and Sony did a number of these. They made 12,000 units, but a lot of them were either sold at auction or given away in contests, and each system was individually numbered. And perhaps the most interesting point is that console number 1 was auctioned off on Yahoo, and the winning bidder, the console was sold for 15 million yen, which is about roughly 135,000 US dollars. That is an extremely expensive PlayStation 4, but for 12,000 units, this was released worldwide. There's a plentiful amount of consoles on eBay. They range anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. A console that is actually more rare than the 20th Anniversary Edition, although probably not as desirable, was the golden Taco Bell PlayStation 4. If you remember, in North America, there was a running promotion at Taco Bell where if you bought a Quesarito Big Box, you had a chance to get a golden PlayStation 4. This was the original PS4 design, and the top half of the console was gold. This console is actually twice as rare as the 20th Anniversary Edition PlayStation 4. 6,048 of these consoles were made, and actually only 5,000 of them were given away. Even rarer than that, and you'd be hard-pressed to find this console online or even information about it, but it is the PS4 Slim 2nd Anniversary Edition. This is a regular PlayStation 4 Slim, although the front of the console has the PlayStation buttons kind of in a very gold, nice looking finish, and it also came with 2 controllers, a gift box, a branded notebook, an LED light, and a two-year anniversary card and flask, which is surprisingly odd, but this was released in China. Only 2,000 of these consoles were released, and if one were to ever spring up on eBay or something, I wouldn't look twice and I would probably consider snagging it up. Moving on to consoles that are either one of a kind or way too absurdly expensive for us to buy, but we're starting with the PlayStation 4 Gay Station. This was a console out of Sweden for the LGBT community. It was a one-of-a-kind console, and it was auctioned off. The proceeds would go to an LGBT group, and the Gay Station sold for 28,000 Swedish kroner. That's about 4,000 US dollars. And this was back in August of 2014. But as you can see, this console looks beautiful. You get the rainbow colors there supporting gay rights. You got the beautiful heart on there. Now moving on to something a bit more lavish and extravagant and luxurious and just borderline kind of absurd, but it was the PlayStation 4 Slim Gold and Crystal Edition. This was a one-of-a-kind console out of Europe. It had 6,000 Czech crystals on it. It was lined with 50 golden plates of 24 karat gold, and it was auctioned off for charity, celebrating the opening of the Art Week in Prague. Now, you might think a console that's plated in gold is a little bit overplayed. Over the years, we've seen a lot of consoles like these because, let's face it, when it's not coming directly from the manufacturer like Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, any schmuck can just take some gold and plate it onto a console. But it takes real money and power to get pure gold from the console. And that's why we're moving on to a gold PlayStation 4 straight from Dubai. An Italian jeweler, Gotti, created this beautiful PlayStation 4 right out. This was exclusively sold in the United Arab Emirates. And this was in the Jumbo Electronics store for $13,700. And this was, if you want the D tier, 220 grams of 9 karat gold. Now, this was a console that screamed absolute power, and I expect nothing less from Dubai. But as we move forward to giveaways from developers and publishers, these are one-of-a-kind consoles, and this is the cool portion. These things look gorgeous, like the PlayStation 4 Pro Mass Effect Andromeda console, one of a kind, and this was a giveaway from the For the Players website, so you would fill out a form and just basically hope that you would get this thing. I think what's great about the PlayStation 4 Pro is that when you do a custom version of this console, there's really a lot of different ways you can take it in terms of accenting colors, because it has that 3-tier design, and this Mass Effect Andromeda system takes complete advantage of it. Similarly, the PlayStation 4 Horizon Zero Dawn console. This was also given away on the For the Players website from PlayStation Germany. This thing looks so beautiful. As you can see, that middle portion is kind of a gray color, while the top and bottom portion is blacked out with Aloy on the very top. And the controller being finished off with the Guerrilla Games logo just tops it off perfectly. How about a PlayStation 4 Pro Skyrim Edition? Because let's face it, Skyrim has to be everywhere, including the actual console. And this console was actually alongside a special Nintendo Switch as well. But what's interesting about this is that it's just full imagery, right? And the imagery even folds over into that 3-tier design of the PS4 Pro. You've got the wintry effect on the top of that mountain there, with the Dragonborn staring right into the Skyrim logo and the dragon on top. How about PlayStation 4 Slim, the Aku Aku Edition? This console came from France, one of a kind. This was a giveaway on the official France Micromania page. You would fill out a form and you would hope that you win this thing. They actually recommended that you not play this console and instead just display it, and understandably so, because I don't think I'd really want to play it either, because you would want to sit this upright in some sort of shelf and display the fact that Aku Aku is gracing the very front of that PS4 in a marvelous fashion. And also the controller looks somewhat rugged and probably not that comfortable to play. Another situation where they made great use of the PS4's tiered design was this very beautiful Rockstar Games Grand Theft Auto 5 PlayStation 4. This was given away on their Facebook page. Again, you'd be hard-pressed to find this console anywhere else. You had to be extremely lucky to get this custom PlayStation 4, but it's black, has that green accenting on the tier design. You've got that big 5 right on the front of the console. On the upper portion of it, you've got the Rockstar logo, and then in soft letters, Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, for our final PlayStation 4 and our most expensive PS4, and this is officially from Sony, but for $46,000, you could be the proud owner of this bundle from Sony. You got a PS4 Pro, a PlayStation VR, a PS Plus, a racing setup, a racing wheel, a Bravia 4K HDR television, a copy of Gran Turismo Sport, and a 2018 Mazda MX-5. And this was an official bundle from Sony, officially in Taiwan. This bundle actually sold out, so there was actually no chance of most people even considering getting this. And granted, you actually do get a regular PS4 Pro. There's nothing special about it. It's just a regular console. But there's not many people on this planet that can say, yes, I got my PS4 with my brand new 2018 Mazda MX-5. More specifically, the PS4 Pro wasn't special, but the Mazda was. That actually had a Gran Turismo livery on it. So that's probably the more interesting part of that bundle, but technically it's a $46,000 PlayStation 4 bundle, because you are also getting all that other stuff. All the stuff you need to play Gran Turismo in the best way possible in the comfort of your own home. And then when you're done playing that, you go outside to your brand new Mazda. Thank you all for watching, and if you haven't, I suggest you subscribe to this YouTube channel for the best PlayStation news and updates that you can find on YouTube. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter at Mystic Ryan to see all the shenanigans I get myself into, because sometimes it happens. But otherwise, that's all I got for you in this video. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Take it easy.